Hey guys, so been a change in the hobby room, some additions. Not really model related this time. Still building, never fear. Not that you were overly concerned to begin with. I understand. Hope you're having a good weekend, by the way. Airfix 124th kits. I wasn't kidding when I said they've inspired scale model enthusiasts to become RC plane enthusiasts, because I went ahead and picked up it's my second RC plane, but it's going to be the first one to take to the skies. And thought I would go over what's in the box, the what's and whys, and yeah, for anybody watching, if you have any tips, thoughts, or indifferences, please leave comments. And yeah, I went ahead and joined a local club here, the Menifee Valley Flyers. Along with that, the AMA, which is basically insurance in case I park the plane in somebody's windshield. Hope to not do that, but anything's possible. I have no doubt that at some point I'm going to lawn dart this aircraft, or an aircraft like it. I will cry. You feel free to laugh. It's okay. I would laugh at you if the shoe was on the other foot. The hobby has become, well, compared to when I raced off-road cars, it's considerably less expensive. At least the beginner type stuff. Like anything else, you can go buy RC planes that are, or helicopters that are, how much money you got, pretty much. But I went with a starter, the Bixler 2. It came with great reviews, and several members in the club have it. And since it's a high to the rear prop pusher, any awful landings should keep the prop protected unless it's on its lid. And then landings are the least of my problems if I land upside down. The plane kit was $49. We'll get to that in a second. I'll go over the radio, which is here, and I went with what they recommended, and that is the Spectrum DX6, not the I. I guess the I just runs off of AA batteries, I guess, which can be a pain. So I'm sure if I get a LiPo pack in this, it'll probably run for a considerable amount of time, not to mention recharge. It is the 6-channel, and another very nice feature about the radio is it has 10 model memory. So because I doubt this will be my last airplane. It did include some batteries to get you started. I'm actually waiting on one of the club members to call me today so I can pick up a flight simulator. It's got the cable and you just hook it to your computer, and well, you kind of learn to fly a little bit right at your own desk. Get this out of the way here. I've had one flight lesson so far, and it was interesting. This is a carbon fiber rod that the gentleman that's going to help me build it, he also owns one, to run that down the center of the fuselage just to strengthen things up. And like I said, this not too bad, $5.50. The kit does not come with landing gear, so they had that for $4. Nice rubber tire, landing gear. Now you can get, if you're patient enough, you can get an almost ready to fly version of this. But I couldn't tell when it was going to come into the warehouse, and since, well, building things is not a problem, I elected to go that route. And I suggested because it's kind of handy to know how it goes together and how it comes apart, and it's going to make repairs much easier. So I did need to pick up a speed control. I actually needed a 40 amp. As you can see, that's a 30 amp. So we're going to actually tune it down through the radio and the prop. But here I think the speed controller, 12 bucks. Those were about 150 when I did off-road cars. So like that price. This is a bit too much motor for this plane. That's another reason we're going to tune it down with a smaller prop. But when I'm ready, this plane, they tell me, will be fairly fast with this. And I think this was 18 bucks. Here's a carbon fiber rod that comes with it. This is spans the wings. What else? You can do the optional landing flaps. Don't know if I mentioned that already or not, but from what I'm being told, this plane will land at your feet to begin with. The flaps are just overkill and adding more weight to a plane that doesn't need it. So comes with the, they call them decals, but well, I guess they could be decals. They feel good and thin. Anyway, who cares? Fuselage. And then it'll get sealed up once the motor and all those goodies are in there. And this cockpit, from what I read up, is perfect for first-person viewing. I can definitely see in the future just the fun of trying it, to put a camera in there and fly from the cockpit. That why the hell wouldn't you? I mean, really, why wouldn't you? Here is the smaller prop that I got, which will hopefully make it a lot more manageable. Other items that were recommended, some servo horns that come with it, the spinner, another fancy screwdriver. What else? What else, guys? There's the stock prop, some servo extensions, and the stock motor mount, which I upgraded as well for, I don't know, I think it was $2 here. With something that's a lot more stout. And what else is in the box, guys? Oh, I picked up, I'm going to run these inlines, these little battery checkers, tell me how much battery life I've got before I even take to the sky. And I bought a bunch of them. They're $1.99. Can't beat that. eBay. Check it out. And I agree with the gentleman who told me, buy extra because they're so small you're going to lose them in your toolbox. And I believe that. I guess that's what's in the box, guys. Other things that are on the way, as of, there's some pictures of it together on the side of the box there. Let's see here. The other item on the way is receiver. I just ordered that yesterday. I also picked up 4 9-gram Metal Gear servos. Metal Gear only because I just remember Metal Gear servos from off-road racing. Now, more of a requirement in off-road racing. Continuously stripping the plastic gears. Continuously. Got to where you could change them out real fast. So this time I just figured go with metal to begin with. But as light as this thing is, I don't know. I guess it could break. Anything's possible. I've had one flight lesson so far. Hopefully, I'll wave my hand here to hopefully remind myself to put a picture of the aircraft that I learned on. I haven't learned. I've just made 15, 20 turns, elevator up and down, because as it turns out, the aircraft, the trainer that I was going to use, a high wing trainer, it had an electronic speed control issue. So it wasn't in service. And that meant the guy training me saw fit to pull his 3D aircraft out of the truck and not the best plane. First of all, I didn't want to take the control over at all because I thought, it's going to be a shame to lawn dart this guy's aircraft. That would suck. He probably wouldn't be very happy with me, and I'm not actually going to learn anything. But he kept control of the rudder and power, which left ailerons and elevator to me. And learned a little bit, like I said. It was the nervousness alone permitted or kept me from acquiring any skill as of yet. Very twitchy aircraft, very fast aircraft. And I think this beast that you just saw here is completely different. Be able to power that up to altitude and glide around for some time, from my understanding. And yes, I see that there's a light bulb out. Damn thing. What else? I think that's it. There's more crap on the way. I know there is. That's all I can think of for now, guys. So I'm going to be posting some videos of flying, and it will be labeled as such. So those of you more interested in the Styrene side of things, well, there you go. You won't have to waste your time with the RC side of things. As for me, I'm going to continue to do both. Yep. At least as long as I can, anyway. Those of you that remember, I have a new dog, 8 months old, and he's taking a lot of my time right now because, well, you know those dogs that maybe you're familiar with them, you've seen other people walking them as your dog is like pulling on the leash and this and that, and you're like, man, I wish I had a dog like that. I've got a dog like that. So he's not 100% like that yet, but if I just give him that extra bit of time, I'm going to have that dog plus some. And it's just way cool. Why would I pass up the opportunity like that? So, I mean, I could just turn the TV on in the living room, put SpongeBob on there, and pray that the SpongeBob gods raise a good puppy for me, but I'm not going to chance it. So the hobbies, they'll get done. I'll still find time, but I don't know. I'm a dog lover, man. Dude goes everywhere with me. Everywhere. Ride shotgun. Yep. Everywhere. He don't go everywhere. Yeah, he kind of goes everywhere. I'll get some video of that too. So, him playing at the park, doing stuff like that. And it'll be labeled as such so you can avoid it. But, yeah. Matter of fact, let me look. Let me look what time it is. Yep. It's time for me to go be with my dog. Hope you have a great weekend, guys. Be cool. Don't be no fool. And stay healthy. See ya.